Well, now we're going to examine the changing face of country music fans. For 50 years, radio signals have carried country music by the trade winds southeast to the Caribbean. But until now, no one has melded country with reggae. And it took a couple of Canadians. Stormy Warren introduces the Reggae Cowboys to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
There are more than 300 acts at clubs around town. Most of them are new bands, like Toronto's Reggae Cowboys. Mike Catrice takes a look at that group.
Rock to the rhythm.
Call it the West Indies meets the Wild West. That's the musical melting pot stirred up by the Reggae Cowboys, which the groups Marshall Brooks and Stone Rangers say isn't as strange as it may seem.
Reggae music and country, you know, they have a lot of similarities. It's just a matter of styling, basically, that makes the difference. You know?
It's all in the guitar.
Yeah, it's all in the guitars, the licks, the country licks.
But the Reggae Cowboys were inspired by more than just music. They created the group after reading some history books.
We named the band first, the Reggae Cowboys, after reading all the literature on the Black Cowboys of the West.
Cowboys like champion roper Deadwood Dick and bulldogging Bill Pickett.
This story was never been told by Hollywood and, you know, John Wayne, but we never heard about Cherokee Bill or people like He's on That, so we thought it would be fair to tell this story.
The Reggae Cowboys have just put out their first album called Tell the Truth, in which they do tell the stories of some of those forgotten cowboys, and put a new lilt into some Western classics, like the theme from Hang 'em High. Mike Catrice, CFTO News.
And with over 300 bands scheduled to play, should prove to be quite the musical weekend bender. One of the bands on the bill is Toronto's Reggae Cowboys, who have been making waves with their video, Cowboy Rhythm, and their quirky, hard-to-describe sound. We recently met up with the band, and here's what they have to say.
Yeah, we have a new album out, and the new album is called Tell the Truth. Tell the story of the Black Cowboys of the West.
All right, we're still adding those calls, so we'll come back to it later to check it out. They're getting ahead of us, but we still need a lot more. Next, the Toronto Star describes them as Clint Eastwood dancing to a reggae beat, and this group's ever-increasing popularity is due to a seamless jointing of country and reggae in a wild stage presence. In the house for you, while making your pledge for whatever you can afford, groove to Searchin' for the Outlaw, live from the Mother's Day Telethon. Give it up one time for the Reggae Cowboys.
Thank you, Reggae Cowboys. That was great.
Bust in it.
Maybe they will give you the energy to get off the couch and make that call to us. Please make the call. Well, now, we're going to go to the tote board and see how we're doing.
Our current total, $452,362,000.
All right. Boys, they'll be playing the medley coming up next Saturday, January the 30th. And if you are watching in Vermont, they're playing tonight at the Metronome in Burlington. And I'm pleased to welcome Bird Bellamy. Good morning.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for you've been kind enough to come give us 5 pairs of tickets for your show coming up next week in the medley. And we're going to tell our viewers at the end of the show how they can get those tickets.
That's right.
And I appreciate you coming on this morning. Welcome to Montreal. Enjoy your stay. And then, of course, you're back next week at the medley. That'll be on the 30th. And they're going to come.
Well, the whole concept seems incongruous, outrageous, and unlikely, but it works. The Reggae Cowboys music is a wonderful hybrid that delights audiences and is bringing the group an ever-widening fan base. And find out a little more about the group. What kind of, obviously, you have a little country flavor based on your costume and the music you do, but it's obviously more reggae than country. What's the combination here?
Well, obviously, there's a reggae influence. We are from the Caribbean. We grew up listening to the Jimmy Cliffs and Bob Marleys and whoever, but we also have, through the airwaves, you know, everyone knows Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, and, you know, I basically watch a lot of hee-haw, too, you know.
Speaking of incongruous, there's... but you have your own unique style. There's, I guess, what, bluegrass harmonies kind of tied into the reggae rhythm? Is that how it works?
I wouldn't say strictly bluegrass, but we're trying to stick to roots music, which is our roots, reggae is our thing, but we're trying to get into a little roots country and keep a roots vibe. And the main thing for us is groove, you know, to get our fans moving out there, kicking up their heels and all that.
Now, do you write all your own music as a group?
We as a group, yeah, we do write. We do some covers from some of the people that we really like, Johnny Cash and so forth, Willie Nelson, Neil Young, but primarily we write a lot of our own songs.
I like Johnny Cash, but he doesn't have your rhythm. There is no question about that.
We take a little bit of this and take a little bit of that, and we make what we got, so that's the way it is.
Well,